NecroDancer, Synchrony, Cadence All Zones by Spooty. This is kicking off our Return to Speedromizer 2 block. So with that, Spooty Biscuit, take it away.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Spooty Biscuit. I'm here to showcase Crypt the NecroDancer. Synchrony, you may have noticed the game name change. That is because this new version just came out a couple of weeks ago, and it's the version everyone's using right now in the speedrunning community. So it's really exciting. This game's like, geez, I feel like almost a decade old at this point. So it's really exciting for it to get new updates. It's mostly like a new modding support. For the most part, the run's still the same as it was in Amplified. It's just been given a little bit of a fresh coat of paint. So yeah, we are going to be playing Cadence All Zones mode, which is, Cadence is pretty much the default character. As you can see, there's a lot of choices for characters, and they all come with their own rule sets. But we will be giving you what is, I will be giving you what's closest to the vanilla experience, the intended default experience. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say going into this. If you guys are ready to start the clock, I can get this this ball rolling.
Yeah, I'm ready on my end.
All right, I'll give you a countdown. All right, 3, 2, 1, start. So this is Crypt the NecroDancer. It is a dungeon crawler, rhythm-based roguelike. I know it sounds like a lot, but essentially it's pretty typical dungeon crawler on a grid-based layout. But the catch is that it's timed turns to the time of the background music. So it's turn-based, but you have a very short turn clock to make your decisions on your moves. Something that kind of helps counteract it is actually very simplistic in its controls. The game is designed to be playable with just the 4 arrow keys and combinations of 2 arrows. So essentially there's only 10 actions you can do at any time. And when it comes to the basic movement directions, you'll always either move or attack if your weapon can hit something in that range. So in this case I have the Trident, which has a three-pronged forward reach, so can hit 3 tiles horizontal in front of me in a spread. And it can only hit 1 target if it's at close range. Right there, I'm taking the Shrine of Peace. The Shrine of Peace is, all shrines essentially offer trade-offs if they're used. The Shrine of Peace refills your health and gives you an extra heart container, but resets your weapon to your default weapon. That said, I have a weapon that you can throw, so I just throw it against the wall so that the shrine can't reset it, and then pick it back up. It's essentially a nice free health refill. Helps quite a bit. Got a little bit of a mini boss fight here, the Red Dragon. Thankfully, the Onyx Trident that I'm running, all weapons have a type and a material. Onyx weapons will deal infinite damage if you do multiple attacks without moving. So as long as I'm standing my ground, my attacks will power up and start doing bonus damage, which makes it a lot easier to take out tanky mini-bosses like that. That said, the Onyx weapons still have a base attack damage of 1, so it's not what you want to run in the long term usually. So we will probably be looking for a new weapon type, and that's where this boss fight comes in. Boss fights, as long as you execute them without missing a beat or taking damage, will give you a free item, generally of a pretty strong item tier. So we're going to be doing this fight, making sure that we don't drop any beats or take any damage. King Konga, it's down. There's going to be a lot of silly music puns throughout this game if you look for them. Oh, and there we've got Obsidian Axe. That's pretty much the best weapon in the game.
Let's go, best weapon in the game.
Yeah. So, Obsidian Axe has the same attack range as the Trident, which, I'm not too thrilled about running Tridents. Tridents aren't very good. So, it might seem odd that I would say that, it has the same attack range as the Trident, but it's the best weapon in the game. And that is because Axe, importantly, has a move attack. As you can see here with me just kind of running towards the enemies and attacking them at the same time. And that is essential to high-speed runs. Not only is the axe a move attack, it's unique amongst all weapons of the move attack in that it also has AoE effects. Like, it can hit all 3 tiles at a distance. And that makes it really, really strong at just moving towards the exit and mowing down swarms of enemies, like we're seeing here. That's another great weapon there, the Glass Rapier, but it's no Obsidian Axe.
It doesn't hold a candle to it.
It's very strong. The thing about glass weapons is they do a ton of damage. They have a base damage of 4, but they break if you take any damage yourself.
Ooh.
So they're kind of a high risk, high reward loadout. The Rapier also does have a move attack, but it can only hit 1 enemy at a time. So, yeah, Obsidian Axe is just too strong. I don't think there's a world where I swap off this weapon at this point. Found a magic carrot there. Magic food will overheal you if you don't need its soul healing, so you can see I went up to 5 hearts there. Carrots also give you full mapping for the current floor, so helpful on this Zone 3 floor where it can be a little tough to figure out where the exit is. But yeah, there are a lot of context clues you can kind of use to try and guess where the exit is, but especially in Zone 3 it can be pretty hard to get it right. I'm pretty sure the exit's to the left from here. Those 3 bombs are really nice. Bombs are going to be important in the end game to have a fast fight against the NecroDancer at the end of the run. More on that later. Those blue dragons are very dangerous. Their breath attack fires in a cone, unlike the straightforward line from the fireball from red dragons. It doesn't damage you, but it freezes you in place for several beats. It can be pretty hard to avoid if you're not very intimately aware of how it spreads. Oh, and right there I got fair and balanced, as we like to say. The spirit type enemies, that little pink baby that showed up, they spawn in randomly, and they really love to do it at times when it is the least convenient. So, kind of got into a bad situation there and took some hits, but thankfully I have quartz armor, which caps the damage I can take from a single hit to 1 heart. Which is really good because that Black Skeleton Rider hits for 3 hearts of damage, normally. So, over half of my health. I don't have any spells, and my ring is not very strong, so I'm going to check purple, which can have both of those. Ring of Courage is very strong. Ring of Courage gives you a kill dash, an invincible kill dash, whenever you land a lethal blow with your weapon. It lets you get some extra movement out, like that. And also the invincibility, obviously, has quite a bit of use. But yeah, Ring of Courage is one of the best speedrunning rings in the game, so yeah, you're gonna see me zipping around here, saving a lot of time on traveling across these floors because of the invincible kill dash. And yeah, it does combine with the axe's move attack to give me 2 tiles of movement in 1 turn when I get a kill. It's very strong, but it can be a little awkward if you're not expecting a kill, so you do have to be very mindful of your situation. Pixie there, giving me 1 heart of healing. Pixies explode if attacked, but give you some nice healing if you encounter them without attacking them. Very smooth Zone 4. Zone 4, there's so much going on in Zone 4. There's warlocks that teleport you to their location when you kill them. There's the ooze golems with the that drop the ooze hazard, which thankfully I have explorer's boots to ignore it. Because the ooze is one of the most dangerous parts of Zone 4. It shrinks you, and while shrunk, you can't attack, and you take double damage.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, so I'm glad I had the boots to protect against it. We're on to Zone 5, so we're actually already close to the end of the run here.
Let's go.
Zone 5 is actually generally considered significantly easier than Zone 4, so it's got this wire that you can walk on and get a chain lightning effect on your basic attacks, which makes clearing out big swarms quite a bit easier. Tactical damage tank there on that Minotaur, just to keep it from running down the hallway. Minotaurs charge at you when they see you, and I didn't want him running away up the hallway. You do have to kill the mini-boss decks before. So we got Deadmere here. Deadmere is immune to most damage, but will take damage if you manage to deal 10 or more damage in 1 hit, and the Blood Drum allows you to spend half a heart to get infinite dig strength for 1 beat. So I'm able to do that to skip some of that fight there. And Blood Drum can also give you infinite dig strength here, which is going to let me dig the NecroDancer off the stage and keep it from teleporting. And we have the golden loot here, which attacks enemies it moves close to. Okay, I do have to watch out. My health here is low. Getting a little bit of health regen from Crown of Thorns there, thankfully. And with proper positioning, NecroDancer will try to run away from you, but get just in range to hit him, and there we go, that's time. Oh man. It is so hard to commentate everything that's going on in such a short run.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you at all, so...
And yeah, I know I am well underestimate. The estimate is in case there was a death, because the game is pretty ruthless. Like I was talking about that black skeleton rider that hit me without the armor. Like, that's more than half my health gone. You can die very abruptly in this game, so I wanted to make sure I accounted for that possibility. But that is Crypt of the NecroDancer. I do want to say there is a pretty active racing scene for this game. We actually have an ongoing tournament season going on right now. So if this looks like a game you'd be interested in learning more about, I suggest following the game directory on Twitch, because for the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot of matches being commentated, and it's really fun to watch.
This was an amazing run, and came well under estimate. We have somebody in chat asking time for a Coda showcase. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, if you guys want me to fill out some more of my estimate, I could do that.
We would love for you to fill out some time.
Absolutely.
We also have somebody saying PB question mark. Was that a personal best?
No, very far from it. My personal best, if you factor in older versions, like the amplified version, I think I have like a low 5-minute time.
All right, fair. But yeah, so what is a Coda, and why does it need a showcase? Okay,
so Coda is how I like to play the game. Cadence is the default, but Coda here is the ultimate unlock character. You need to complete an all characters run to unlock her, which is all 9 of the base game characters. So the 6 up top, and then Bard, Bolt, and Dove. You have to beat them all in all zones mode in a row without resetting or dying. And if you die at any point, it's back to the start. You gotta do all 9 characters again. Once you clear that mode, you unlock Coda, which is the 3 base game challenge characters all combined into one. She's the hardest character in the game. It's not even close. So Arya is locked to the basic dagger, 1 damage, close range attacks only. Bolt makes the game run at double tempo. And Monk has a vow of poverty and will kill himself if he picks up any gold.
So what's your estimate for this Coda showcase? Because you have about 40 minutes to fill.
Well, if everything goes smoothly, it'll be done in about 10 minutes. There will probably be some deaths. So like, let's say like 25 to 30 minutes.
That works.
So yeah, I'm done with my warm-up. We'll move into Coda. It's been a little while since I've played Coda, because the racing season focuses on Cadence, and I've been practicing for that. But I have been playing a little bit of Coda in some co-op lobbies on the side, so hopefully it goes smoothly. And I'll give you guys a good show. So if you are ready, I'll count you down and we'll start the Coda run.
Take it away.
All right. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh yeah, so I did kind of simplify the description of Arya a bit. Not only does she have is she locked to the starting dagger, but she's also not allowed to miss any beats, and is also locked to a half a heart of health. So basically, I can't take any hits, and I can't ever miss a beat, all while it's all running at double tempo. So beating Coda takes an absolute mastery of the game. You have to have a very good understanding of all of the game's mechanics and all of the enemy's movement patterns to be able to make it through. Whoops. Yeah, right there. See, it's that easy. All I have to do is make one little mistake like that, and that's back to 1-1.
It's no joke.
And again, it is a roguelike, so when that happens, it's a new dungeon. I have no idea what I'm gonna see.
Oh man.
And if you want to really ramp up the challenge, you can also run the game low %, which means you don't pick up any items or use any shrines. I'm actually one of the very few people to have beaten Coda low %. By very few, I want to say it's single digits.
Wow.
So Dire Bats here are really tricky on Coda, because they move randomly, and you gotta deal 3 damage to them. There we go. So it's kind of a matter of just moving in certain ways, and hoping they cooperate. Shrine of War over there is tempting. I can bomb it for a Ring of War, which will get my damage up a bit. This bat is being kind of annoying, though. Normally you can't take trapdoors, but the cracked floors particularly do not cause you to lose your multiplier, so Coda can use those without fear. We got Coral Rift. There's a nice little throw bomb strat there. Keep the fight short. I'm gonna check the black chest looking for armor or damage up. So that's a Shield of Strength. It'll give me +1 damage. Nice. And as long as I hold it, it will also block 1 attack from the front. Oh yeah, that includes Leprechaun, so well, there goes the shield. Lucky Charm from the Leprechaun there will prevent bats from attacking me unless they're forced to, if they have no other options when it becomes their turn to move.
Okay.
Let's see here. Take this and transmute. Fireball spell's nice. Thankfully I have a full map, which will help me find the exit, which is really helpful for Coda, minimize the amount of time you spend dealing with extra enemies. It's less chance to die. Gotta do a build check. So yeah, with the loss of the shield, I'm down to 2 damage. Ring of War also adding that knockback effect to my attack. And it's very important on Coda to make sure you're keeping tabs of how much damage you're doing. Because if you're ever off, up or down, it will typically result in you dying to gold drops from enemies. If not attacks from the enemies themselves. So, yeah, again, damage check. I've got 2 damage from the Ring of War with knockback. Swarm's a little nasty. Okay, I think I can sneak by up the top here. Yeah, just barely. Okay. Alright, Death Metal's the fastest song in the game at 175 BPM, so that's that double tempo, that's 350 actions a minute, just under 6 inputs a second. Freeze spell's pretty strong. Alright, and we're on to zone 3. Yeah, forgive me, my commentary probably going to be a little on the light side here as we get into the harder parts of the run.
Nope.
And I need to focus to
do what you gotta do.
Keep myself alive.
Right.
So thankfully Let Boots here, giving us immunity to the ice sliding. Gonna make this approach a little easier. Oh, I do see that cracked wall over there. I kind of want to check that. I guess it's chest too. Okay, nothing worthwhile. Let's see. I would like to find Glass Torch. Okay, I got it. And I'm out of money, so don't step on that gold. Oh, this is a little bad. Okay, freeze. Alright, get into the shop. This is getting way too scary. Okay. Oh, yeah, that got really rough really fast. Zone 3 kind of does that sometimes. Zone 3 kind of degrades a lot of the walls and makes for very open floors, which means sometimes you get rushed down by a big swarm of enemies, and it can be really tough to find your way through. Just kind of unfortunate I didn't really quite have the ability to make it through that.
Almost.
Yeah. Okay, so there was a shrine back there with a shrine of glass. I was kind of hoping to find a torch. The shrine of glass converts all your current equipment to glass, if it can. Obviously, the downside of glass weapons, as I mentioned in the Cadence run, is that it's very strong, but it breaks if you take damage. But the thing about Coda is you break if you take damage. So that downside basically doesn't exist. You're already running with it.
Right.
Let's try and get some armor here. Karate Gi gives me 1 extra damage point. I'm trying to set up for a leprechaun kill. Leprechauns spawn if a pile of 60 gold is left alone for 7 beats or more. It lets me get that lucky charm for that bat immunity. Which, don't get me wrong, the bat immunity is helpful for Coda, but it doesn't make bats too much less of a pain in the butt. They're still moving randomly, you still gotta watch for the gold they drop. I think I like that torch a little better. That's the torch of walls. It gives me full view of all of the floor's walls. It's very helpful for mapping. And again, you want to be able to map and minimize the amount of time you waste. And minimize the amount of enemies you have to fight. So that was a miner's cap in the shop. Miner's cap saves time by auto-digging walls you go near, but for Coda, that's really bad. Because Coda wants to be able to stand still for a beat to get on better parity with enemies in certain situations. And if you're automatically digging walls, that's your main source of being able to stand still. So we got Fortissimo here. The Rapping Mole. Just gotta get him off the stage. And bait out the pop-up. We're gonna go purple here, looking for a good ring or spell. Freeze tomes are okay. A little bit of a weak find. But you can do worse. Okay, so I have the lead boots, which means I am immune to Wind Mage wind spells. They can't pull me. Glass Torch is great. It gives you full vision of all enemy locations, which is really helpful for Coda. Okay. Get this armadillo out of the way. Gotta watch for those while in the mix. So this Lucky Charm does mean I can chase this bat a little more aggressively, because it won't attack me. Have to be really careful with those moles, because if you move into their dirt pile when they're not popped up, that counts as a missed beat, because it's an invalid action. You can't attack the mole while it's underground. Alright, so Death Metal again, I think I'm going to use the Freeze Tome here to try and just smooth this fight over.
Play it a little safer.
Fireball spell's nice. Okay, so we're back to Zone 3. But I still have no safety. I still die to anything that hits me here. Reflective Shield kinda helps. I say kind of because if you're not anticipating it reflecting a damage hit and killing an enemy in front of you, you're likely going to step on the gold. Gotta watch for those shove monsters. Shove monsters, not very threatening on most characters. They only can damage you if they crush you into a wall. But here, gotta make sure they're not pushing me on a gold. This is a nice shrine to find. Shrine of Chance will always spawn items for me because I have the Lucky Charm. So I'm guaranteed payouts on it. Don't really like the sunglasses here. Sunglasses give you +1 damage, but replaces all enemy sprites with silhouettes, which can make things a little hard to react to correctly. I think that's Ring of Piercing. Lets me ignore shields. Alright, looks like we're getting to the third boss. I'll use the Freeze Tome here for a quick kill. I'm unlikely to use that. Dash belts are really scary on Coda. Alright, zone 4. Like I said before, this is the most complex zone, so definitely gonna need to focus here. All stones are nice. Let's use one right there. Okay. Fireball's nice for getting around the Blade Master's parry ability. You can't parry fireballs. Okay. That Goblin Bomber is in an awkward spot, so I'm just gonna pulse it safely. We're gonna dig out that Fire Pig trap on the wall there. Got piercing, so I don't have to worry too much about Blade Masters. Let's get the exit. Okay, 4-3. Fastest non-boss song in the game. Go for it. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm trying to think of how my best approach for this fight. Blast Hell, like, there's a throw and double bomb setup, but Blast Hell makes it a little weird. I think I can do it, though. There we go. Okay. I think I am going to keep the one pulse tome over the shield. Shield is an invincibility, but doesn't protect against gold deaths or misbeat deaths, so I don't like to rely on it. Alright, zone 5. As I said before, it's usually considered a little easier, but can't let my guard down. Ooh, that water ball. That water ball almost ended my whole career. They're deceptively dangerous, those water balls. Okay. New boss down, just gotta get to the stairs for this floor. 2 more floors and 1 boss to go. Check the shop. Nothing great. I'll take that over the dash. Like I said, dash is kind of dangerous to use on Coda. Okay, 1 more floor. Oh, okay. I had the frost charm there, so we're fine. Took that little hit there. All right, deep blues. Okay, I have a quick kill option here. Throw deals 2 damage. Fireball deals 3 damage after the teleport. That's 5 damage total, which is deep blues. The deep blues king gets health, so should be a pretty easy win from here. And time.
16-19.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm like I said, I'm not as well practiced on Coda as I was when I was playing this most actively. I'm happy to get it clear in a marathon setting. It is a huge accomplishment. Like, I mean, not to toot my own horn too much, but here is the entire speedrun leaderboard for Coda. There are 13 people on it. There are 13 people that have cleared this character on this game version. And that's it. Like, it is a very tough accomplishment. And yeah, I want to give shout outs to everyone right here who is on this leaderboard, because getting onto it is very much one of the most difficult accomplishments you can have in this game.
Well done. I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to change my shirt. I sweated through it so much just watching that run.
Let me tell you, I'm sweating a little right now. And yeah, thankfully, like I kind of showed two extremes of the game. From the default standard run all the way up to one of the hardest ones. You can go harder than this. Like I mentioned, low percent. There's also like no return mode where there's a red square chasing you and you can't ever go back and step on it or you take damage. Like there's ways to push it beyond this, but not many people are willing to do that. Like there's such a wide range between of alternative characters. Like, I really like Diamond, who is a character that loses most special abilities, but can move in 8 directions. Which, when you can move 8 directions in a game that was primarily designed around 4 directions, it literally feels like you're cheating a lot of the time when you're playing him, but that's part of the fun of it. There's so many, what are we up to? There's like, it's like 17 characters, and with the Synchrony update, there's a lot more powerful modding capabilities, so there's plenty of community-made characters for alternative challenges. There's this game offers so much, and I'm super glad to show it off. I'm probably going to keep trying to submit it to future Speedromizer events, hoping that someone can manage to learn it.
I was going to say, personally, we would love to have it again. That was maybe not Coda, but something.
Cadence is definitely a good entry point, and trust me, I want anyone who tries to pick up this game to succeed, and I'm willing to help any Speedromizer runners get to the point where they can consistently clear Cadence.
Right.
And and the speedrun achievement for the game, I think, defines you get the speedrun achievement if you beat the game in under 15 minutes. So you don't even have to go nearly as fast as I was going here.
Fantastic. So we still have a bit of time to fill. Let me just double check something real quick. You got time to answer a couple of questions?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so let's head over to intermission real quick, and we'll ask them questions.
You got it.
Yeah. Just waiting on the intermission, so. Okay, so, all right. So, what got you interested in Crypt of the NecroDancer?
This game was actually introduced to me. I got introduced to this game by a friend who was doing a lot of Stepmania in the Groove stuff with me. I've been playing dance games since I want to say like late middle school, which like it feels like the Stone Age at this point. But I had a bunch of friends who like to make custom content for Stepmania. One of them got really into this and got me into it, and kind of all went from there. So just shout outs to Mud Joe too for getting me on board with this game. I had no idea at the time it would occupy so much of my life from that point onward, but here we are.
I can imagine. Now, is this a one game in the series, or is it like one? Is it one game, or is it like is this like a series?
Sort of both. This is Synchrony is the newest like DLC pack.
Okay.
So Amplified was the first major like DLC and update, which actually that one came out quite some time ago at this point. I'm the exact timing is escaping me, but many years ago, like at least 6 years ago, I want to say at this point. I might be a little off on that, but Synchrony just came out this past year. But there is also the game on the Nintendo Switch, Cadence of Hyrule, which is kind of a Crypt of the NecroDancer spin-off crossover with Zelda.
Okay.
Features a little bit more of an open world setup like you're used to from Zelda games. You've got the dungeons, you've got the boss puns, like you're facing off against the base Guitarmos Knights and the Gleockensteel, or the Go Maracas. What's the last one I'm forgetting about? Oh, the Wiz Robo.
Wiz Robo. Oh, I love me some dad puns with that. That's next level. So contrary to what we just saw, is this game hard to run? Is it hard to learn?
It can be very intimidating. It is a brutally punishing roguelike, and when you're first learning the game, you will die a lot. Like, that's just part of the learning process of, like, okay, this is how this enemy works, this is how these items work. And even once you get all that down, there's still a lot of, well, whoops, forgot about this certain combination of items I had, did more damage than I expected, and didn't go the place I thought I would be. Like, even at the top level, we die all the time. And the important part is to really embrace that. Dying is part of the fun, it's part of the learning experience. Because and it makes those runs where you do nail it, you do get it down, that much more satisfying. As long as you can roll with that, that's some frustration and death is part of the onboarding process. I don't think it's that hard to learn, largely in part because we have such a great, friendly, welcoming, and a large community that is super willing to help new players learn the ropes and help them get the strategies down.
Absolutely. So if somebody was going to learn Crypt of the NecroDancer, what's the best place for that? Where's the best place for them to go to learn more about this game?
I would say the NecroDancer Discord and the Condor Discord. I believe Kupiwala gave a link to it in the chat earlier. Condor stands for Crypt of the NecroDancer Online Racing League. It's the organization committee for competitive racing for the game, mainly focused on Cadence, but there are other events as well, including the Mean Door event that which is very silly. We do things like we had a fan fiction writing around on the first one. We've also had things like I'm trying to remember. There's been like get a world record, which is actually surprisingly easy to do when you consider that like there are leaderboards all the way down to like custom music co-op Eli like no return low percent, like when you get granular enough people are actually getting world records within a couple of minutes.
That's ludicrous.
Chancellor makes a lot of crazy mods for it.
So I know you had when we spoke about this event, you had said that you were practicing for a tournament, Crypt of the NecroDancer tournament, and you had brought it up during your run as well. Do you have post Crypt of the NecroDancer tournament plans in terms of speed running?
Oh yeah, for sure. With Synchrony having officially exited early access as of last week, I definitely want to make sure I get back up on the leaderboards. Like, yeah, these are fairly fresh leaderboards comparatively speaking, like to the amplified leaderboards. Want to try and reclaim some number one spots on some of these boards. So, especially Coda here.
All right, well,
Coda's kind of what I'm known for.
That's awesome. But yeah, when Speedromizer 6 opens, I highly encourage you to submit this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
would love to help.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was gonna say, if volunteer applications are still open, highly encourage if you wanted to help out, submit an application for that. And with that, we are going to get set up for our next run of Wild Animal Racing by DJ Fatso. Spooty, once again, thank you so much for this run.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. Take care.